instead of appeasing the maniac.
During the Parliamentary Q&A session on 9 September 2025, while President Cyril Ramaphosa fielded questions, Julius Malema casually referred to US President Donald Trump as a maniac. The insult was sharp, deliberate, and astonishingly, it went unchallenged. Not a word from Ramaphosa. No objection from the speaker. And legacy media? Silent. This isn't just a throwaway comment. It's a political flare, ignored by those who should have responded, and buried by those who should have reported. Allow me to unpack why this matters and what it reveals about the selective outrage and institutional cowardice infecting our democratic spaces. Welcome to the Rianro Show, stories that touch every South African in one way or another. South Africa's political elite routinely weaponize outrage when it suits their narrative. Yet here, a direct insult aimed at a sitting US president during a sensitive trade negotiation was met with institutional silence. Why? Malema's comment could jeopardize diplomatic efforts, yet Parliament treated it like background noise. The press, which pounces on controversy, chose not to amplify this one. Was it fear of backlash or quiet alignment with the sentiment? Ramaphosa's response was a masterclass in deflection. He denied supplication, claimed sovereignty, and warned against playing to the gallery, all while ignoring the elephant in the room, his own minister's credibility. Ramaphosa confirmed that Parks Tau and Ronald Lamola would join the delegation to the US to negotiate a reduction in the 30% tariffs crippling South Africa's exports. This is not just poor optics, it's a strategic blunder. Both Tau and Lamola carry baggage. Their previous anti-US rhetoric and hostility towards Trump are well documented. Sending known antagonists to negotiate with an administration led by the very man Malema called a maniac is reckless. These ministers do not command trust, neither from the public nor from opposition parties. Their presence undermines the seriousness of the mission. Ramaphosa insisted South Africa would stand as a sovereign country and never go on bended knee. But his rhetoric was contradicted by the very delegation he's sending. If we are truly sovereign, why are we dispatching compromised envoys to plead for tariff relief? His warning against retaliatory tariffs, framed as playing to the gallery, was a thinly veiled jab at Malema, but it also revealed a deeper truth. This administration fears confrontation more than it values principle. Let's not forget the recent Malema dossier, which casts serious doubt on Malema's own credibility. His inflammatory language, including the maniac remark, may be part of a broader strategy to provoke and distract. Yet even flawed messengers can raise valid concerns, and in this case, his critique of South Africa's submissive posture towards the US deserves some scrutiny. This wasn't just a slip of the tongue. It was a moment of truth about who we are, how we negotiate, and what we're willing to ignore for the sake of political convenience. The silence around Malema's remark, the questionable delegation, the media's complicity, all point to a deeper rot in our democratic discourse. South Africans deserve better than staged diplomacy and muted outrage. We deserve leaders who act with integrity, media that reports without fear or favor, and a parliament that doesn't cherry-pick accountability. Now that the context is clear and the stakes are understood, it's time to see it for yourself. Here's the exact moment it unfolded.
I know that we import finished products from the US while we largely export our raw materials such as platinum, gold, and raw aluminium, all of which are central to the US economy. Instead of appeasing the maniac, why have we not stood firm and imposed own retaliatory tariffs against Trump while looking to open up trade with our BRICS partners and the rest of the countries of the global south? I thank you.
Silence isn't neutral, it's complicit. In the middle of a high-stakes trade negotiation with the United States, Julius Malema stood on a parliamentary platform and called President Donald Trump a maniac. Not in passing, not in jest, in full view of the Speaker, the President, and the nation. And what followed? Nothing. No reprimand, no request for retraction, just silence. This isn't just a lapse in decorum. It's a diplomatic liability. Malema is already persona non grata in the US. His inflammatory rhetoric has long undermined South Africa's credibility abroad. But now, with tariffs choking our economy and a delegation en route to plead for tariff relief, we're expected to believe Washington will simply ignore this insult delivered in our highest legislative chamber. The Speaker should have intervened. Ramaphosa should have distanced the state from the remark. Instead, both chose political convenience over national interest. What should have been said? Parliament does not endorse personal insults against foreign heads of state, especially during sensitive negotiations. We remain committed to diplomacy and mutual respect. Those would have been good words to say, Mr. President. What should have been done? Immediate censure of Malema's language. Formal clarification to US counterparts. Reassessment of who represents South Africa in trade talks. Because when Parliament becomes a stage for reckless provocation and the executive refuses to draw a line, it's not just Malema who undermines our standing, it's the entire system that enables him. But what do you think? Should the Speaker or Ramaphosa have reprimanded Malema and requested a retraction, considering the sensitivity of current tariff negotiations? What do you think should have been said or done? Do you think sending Parks Tau and Ronald Lamola as part of the negotiation team are a good choice? Let me hear your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching, and if you found any value in this video, please do like, share and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.